family is everything to me. It's very important. And the thought of somebody not having family just really is heartbreaking. So this is a good way for my family and I to connect with somebody who maybe does not have those resources.
Just recently, well, relatively recently, in 2015, got a master's degree in gerontology. I'm a physical therapist by trade. Worked a lot with older adults, and I wanted to do a little bit more volunteering, and I saw the Volunteer Guardian program, and I had heard about it, and I thought that would be just a really good mix for me, a really good place for me to be. I think it has enriched my life. It's made me, although I feel like I was compassionate before, I think it's made me more compassionate. I feel some fulfillment being able to help an individual person specifically rather than a group of people, and to really make a difference in their lives.
It has made me realize like my time with my family is so precious. And I do have some children, and so it is great to be able to take my kids into the nursing home facilities with me. It is great for them to be able to interact with, not just my two ladies, but with also other individuals within the nursing home and participate in activities. It's very rewarding.
I used to take my ward out for ice cream. She loved ice cream. Unfortunately, she's not that mobile anymore, so we can't do that. Most recently, my grandson needed to do volunteer work for his confirmation class. So I took my grandson to see my ward, and it was good for her to see a younger person. He did some juggling for her, wheeled her around in the wheelchair, and I think it was really good for him also to see the other side of people who are not as healthy or is not as blessed as we are in certain ways.
The facility does really great at having like Christmas parties. So we've been able to attend Christmas parties, play bingo. I even got to take my ladies and we attended a wedding. That was really neat. So, you get to meet other individuals within the nursing home setting, like roommates, and share, just sharing their stories with you and, what they've been through, good and bad, and being able just to be there and listen has been an amazing opportunity. It was adorable. It was probably my favorite wedding I've ever been to be honest. It was so cute. They had it set up for 2 residents and that were doing a vow commitment to each other. And I was the date for both my ladies and I got to attend. And, I think it just brought complete joy to a nursing home. Like you wouldn't expect that inside of a nursing home. When you go there, that's just not something you expect to have. And it was pretty amazing to witness and just to be there with them. And they love the cake. Like, who does it? You have to be able to make hard decisions. And it's not always easy. I do have a lady currently on hospice. And that has, it is very hard. You get attached. These people become your family, which is what we want. But, making those difficult decisions sometimes can be very difficult to make.
Specifically, some of the personal things that I've dealt with my ward, she has mental health issues. So early on, we had a couple of behavioral health hospitalizations, which were difficult. When there has been some difficulties as far as some of the people thought that she shouldn't need to reside in the nursing home anymore, and they wanted her to be back out in the community. And so that was pretty stress building for myself, and how we were going to go about and manage it, but certainly with the help of the program here, that was under control. So those things are difficult. Also watching your person as they decline, because they eventually decline, and eventually the person that you become close to passes away. So that's some of the hard things that you need to deal with as you're a guardian.
I'm going to say just do it. It is an amazing opportunity. You're going to grow so much. You're going to gain so much knowledge. There's things about nursing homes I had no idea about. I've learned, I've grown, and I think, that is so important for everybody to continuously be doing. And, you think you're going to go in and you're thinking you're going to make a difference in somebody else's life, but really they're making the difference in yours.
Do it. I feel it's important to give back to others. This is a really good way to have an impact on one particular person, whereas I volunteer at a hospital. It's an impact on a lot of people, but it's not really on an individual person. You can really make a difference in their lives. You can be an advocate for them, which is really important with the nursing home. If they happen to go to the hospital, that you're there to help advocate for them because they don't have anybody. Most of the time they don't have anybody. Mine in particular has no family that's around. So that's an important thing to do, to just give and to give back. You feel good about yourself when you're able to help somebody else. Jane and Wendy are always there at the drop of a hat if you need them, only a phone call away. Again, when we got into some legal issues, Jane, who is a lawyer, worked with that, helped us out. We had a hearing, an appeal hearing. She was there with me the whole time. So that support is really there with legal issues, actually end-of-life issues, do not resuscitate issues, those type of things, that they're very supportive, especially if you don't have a good understanding of those things yourself. Then they can explain it to you and help you make decisions along the way for your board.
Jane and Wendy are amazing. Any questions I've ever had, even just sometimes reassurance, they are always right there giving me that reassurance. They do all the background work for me. They make sure I'm compliant in all my trainings. They help me set up everything. They really just make it easier and take out kind of the middleman, so that way I can just focus on my ladies and they do all the background for me. So I'm very thankful to them.
I think the Volunteer Guardian Program is an excellent program and it's fulfilling a need. I know that they really have helped the state of Ohio develop their guardianship program to a higher level, which I think that's very important. And again, I reiterate, it's good to give back to people. Not only helps them feel better, but also really makes you feel better and produces some joy for you.